scroll it a little bit further. Gone. Yeah, we was trying to go live, but you know, Satan is interrupting. You know, I just want to do a couple thoughts concerning brotherhood through the spirit. You know, me and the brother, we was talking. You know, so, but before we go into it, first off and foremost, all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, for teaching us His truth and our rule well. Peace and blessings to the elect. Gone. So a couple of things concerning the brotherhood, man. Yeah, when you come into this truth, basically you still have your family around, you still have your basically your moms, your pops, you know, people you learned over the got to know over the years, you know, where you grow up. You know, you have this mentality of yeah, I'm not gonna deal with no new friends, you know, I'm not gonna make no new friends, because basically you comfortable growing up with the people you around, right? But then when you come into this truth, you look at these people like y'all in the world, man. So basically this is where separation starts. This is where the separation starts, man. This is where it begins, that now they're gonna look at you as different, and you're gonna look at them as different. And what does Amos 3:3 say?
Can two walk together and agree?
Can two walk together unless they be agreed? So this is where basically the collision starts. You know, this is where people is gonna collapse with each other. Not only you with your friends, but you and your mother, your father, family, cousins, nephews, nieces, you know, friends. So in this moment, you're gonna start battling with demons, man, with Satan. And the people you have close to you that are not spiritual, that are not praying to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, those are the vessels that Satan will use to fuck you up with, you know. If you have, you know, weak-minded wife, like she's not spiritual at all, man, Satan will jump on her, man. If she does not realize that the things that she is saying or the things she is tripping about is not her, if that's Satan, if she does not realize that, then she's gonna continue doing it until it kind of breaks you, man. You know, because having a wicked woman in the house, what does the book of Sirach say? Sirach chapter 25, it says, I rather dwell with the lion and the dragon than to keep house with the wicked woman. You know, so then Satan is gonna you know, make you live with the demon in the house, man, with the dragon, man. Worse than a dragon, you know, all because now the spirit is upon you, and Satan does not like that. Satan does not like that, man. You know, and Satan knows whom the Most High is dealing with. Because what happened in the book of Acts? In the book of Acts, you had the exorcists of the Pharisees, I believe they were. It was Jews, they was exorcists, and they was trying, and this is the wicked part, they was trying to exorcise demons in the name of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. It was not that they had the faith themselves, they was just trying to, you know, let's see if it works.
Yeah.
But if you come in a spirit like that to just see if it works, that means you're not really in the spirit of faith. You know? Because Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1 says what? What is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for. The things of the faith of things, the evidence of things not seen. So if you don't hope for the thing that you don't see, but you just want to try it out, you just want to experiment with it, that's when you're gonna fuck yourself up. So that's what they did. So they went towards this man who had a lot of demons upon him, and basically the demons answered. The demons are under Satan, right? Satan is under the Heavenly Father Yahweh. So what happened was, these demons responded to these exorcists, and they told them like, listen, Yahushai we know, the Apostle Paul we know, but we don't know y'all. Why did they say that we don't know y'all? Because they was not in the truth. They was not in the faith. And
they don't have the edge of the Most High.
Yeah, they don't have the edge of the Most High. And what is Satan? Satan is the adversary, the enemy. But if you are not on the other side of Satan, Satan does not see you as your opposite, because you're probably on his side. That's why they say, like, hey, we don't know you, man. Who are you? You know, we are not come to battle against you, but now you want to battle against me. Meanwhile, you don't even have Yahushua on your side, man. You know, so what did the man do that had the demons on him? He fucking beat the shit out of them, man. And they ran.
Beat the clothes off.
Yeah, they ran out of the house naked. See, that's what happens when you play around with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know, but like I said, people that don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua upon them, they are easy targets for demons. You know, they are easy targets for demons. So, through those people, Satan can fuck you up, man. You know, through those people, Satan can, you know, interrupt certain things. You want to be spiritual. Let's say it's Sabbath. Satan jumps upon your wife. She wants to argue all of a sudden, man. I had that plenty of times, man. As soon that the sun is down, she want to have a discussion about a certain thing. I'll be like, man, it's a Sabbath now. I don't know if you realize, you know, but you have to be spiritual yourself. You know, you have to be spiritual yourself. Can you search scriptures on your phone?
No, I don't teach them.
God.
You know, and
let me look it up real quick. While you were giving your
you know, the thing is also we got to understand that, you know, as the scriptures, Romans 15 and 4, it talks about things that are written of our time and written for our learning. And that's an example of what not to do. But also we have examples of what to do as well, dealing with these certain situations, because, you know, the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, is in control of everything. So when you're dealing with certain situations, it's to try your integrity if you're gonna keep the faith, because, you know, as Job is a perfect example, you know, because, you know, dealing with your wife or certain situations, you know, to stay focused, you know, and continue doing the will. Because like what the brother's talking about, how your female also can come in a manner of seducing you, trying to get you out of the truth.
God, yeah,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
God.
Not only just to distract you and cause problems, but also to persuade you.
Yeah.
You know, and the scriptures say many men have gone out of their wits. You know?
Many men have ran out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. Exactly. And that's basically the point, you know. That's why the Apostle Paul was speaking about they that have a wife seek to please their wife. They that have, they that don't have a wife seek to please the Lord. So you having a wife, you still need to keep in mind that, damn, I should stay focused on the thing that I am doing. I should stay focused, man. I should keep things to myself and keep my flesh in subjection, man. That you don't slip, that you don't, only because you want to please your wife, that you don't trip up because Satan is upon that woman, man. With those carnal ass thoughts, with those worldly thoughts, you know. Same with people around you, like family. When I was living with my moms, man, I was in the truth. I was living with my moms. As soon as it's the Sabbath, hey, can you go there and buy this and this? Can you go to the shop real quick and buy this? Can you, you know, bring the trash outside? Can you do the dishes? All of a sudden, everything that I'm not supposed to do on the Sabbath, she asks of me. This brings a certain friction, because you are in her house, or you are in the house of your parents. So what you gonna do, man? You know. But through the Spirit, you gotta pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and you gonna honorably approach your parents and say, listen, Dad or Mom, it's a Sabbath. I cannot do it right now. As soon as the sun is down, I will do all these things for you. You know, but right now I can't do it. Why? Because the scriptures say we ought to obey Yahweh rather than men. So if your parents make you to go off or want you to go off, you should think upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua and stay respectfully towards your parents, but decline what they ask of you, man. You gotta decline it, man. You know, and pray over it, man. You know, if it gets trouble into your flesh, you know, if it turns out to a whole trouble, pray over it, go and do it. But then you gotta think about separating yourself, man. And that's basically what I want to go into, man. You know, because the word holy goes back to the Latin word santa, which means to separate, to be separate. You know, separate from whom? Separate from the people that are in the world, man. Separate from the people that have this carnal state of mind, that don't think upon the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. You know, that basically do whatever they desire. As soon as you are separate from these people, you meet your new family. Basically, whatever you had when you came into this truth as a carnal family becomes what is a good word to use?
Becomes a problem.
Yeah, but it also becomes useless, man. You know, it becomes useless because you cannot talk about the spiritual things with them. You cannot have conversation about, you know, how you're trying to keep yourself in check and stuff, keep your faith, you know, because they look at you like, boy, turn away that Bible, man. What you doing, man? Come help me in the kitchen. What you talking about, man?
And they also, you know.
Oh, my father, he said, yeah, just take out the pork. You know, he made some food and just take the pork out. Don't eat that. Take it out if you don't want it. It's like, you know what? I told him, like, you know what? I'm gonna go for a jog, man. Went for a jog, went straight to you know, a nice halal food place, man, and ate me some food, man. Came back, he said, yeah, was it nice? Because he already knew, man. So Satan was upon him. You know,
told him.
He just made some pork with rice, man. I was like, man. He said, yeah, throw the pork out then. Like, hell no, man. I left, man. So that's the trouble that you get in the flesh. So what you gotta realize is that this is a lonely path too, man.
The Bible, they also say Holy Bible. So, you know, they don't understand anything. Why? Because it's not meant for them. You know what I mean? Psalms 102, verse 1. A prayer of the afflicted, when he is overwhelmed and poured out his complaint before the Lord Yahweh. Yeah, so when you are overwhelmed with trouble in the flesh, you know, trouble in the spirit, you gotta you feel afflicted, you gotta turn to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know, because certain brothers or certain people, what do they do when they are afflicted? They turn to wine, they turn to drugs, weed, smoke weed, you know. But we in this truth, we gotta turn to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Pray over it, fast over it, man. Yeah, man. Also, you know, that's the thing for me as well. You know, I was dealing with a lot of afflictions. I ended up drinking a lot, you know, and through the spirit. You know, a brother made a video about it. He's always, hey, this brother's on fire all the time.
Behold, I come quickly. James, behold, I come quickly.
He made a video about
Maka'Allah.
Maka'Allah made a video about, you know, drinking. You know what I'm saying? And it hit home. I was like, damn, man, I need to stop doing that.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm drinking all the time. I'm having a lot of anxiety. You know, and it's so bad that my stomach is cramping and shit. You know, and you gotta fast. You gotta get into prayer. You know, and you know, get into the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way to overcome these afflictions, is to call out to the Lord. Because otherwise it's going to get worse and worse, and it can also destroy you. You know what I'm saying? So I'll read it again. A prayer of the afflicted, when he is overwhelmed and poured out his complaint before the Lord Yahweh. Hear my prayer, O Lord Yahweh, and let my cry come unto thee. Hide not thy face from me in the day when I am in trouble.
Yeah. So we are approaching the days of trouble, but spiritually we are already
going through it.
You're going through the fire. Yeah, we're already going through the fire, you know. Seeing that certain people, you know, you just need to cut off in order for to stay sharp in this truth, man. Certain people you just gotta cut off, man. You know, for example, man, I had to cut off my mom's, man. You know, my father cut me off. Then I had to cut off my sister, man. Then I had to cut off my brothers and sisters too, man. You know, my little brothers and sisters. So, you know, eventually, you might think, man, this truth is not beneficial, but the Most High is preparing you for things that are coming, man. Because if you look at it like this, man, of course I love my little brothers and sisters, man. But my mind was already meditating upon the thing that in the time of Jacob's trouble, am I going to grab my little brother and sister, man? Little brothers and sister. So basically, your mind is not already lost focus before it happened, man. Because is that something that you should meditate upon, man? Because they are under my father. They are not under me, you know? If it's my own children, of course, you got to meditate upon that. How you gonna, you know, take care of your children in the time of trouble. But basically, siblings, man, if you already have trouble with it, spiritually, I think the Most I was like, you know what? Let me take them away already, man. So your mind is not, it's already not on them. Just let me take them away, man. You know.
And you know, we also have to understand that we're gonna lose on this side. We're gonna lose children, you know, which I lost one. You know, you're gonna lose family members. They're gonna cast your name out as evil. The scriptures say, "Blessed is he that, you know, when you know people shall talk bad about you and separate themselves from you." You know, and those are the things that we're also dealing with, because when the time comes when Jacob's trouble, the love of this world shall wax cold. So it's better to already be spiritually separated from all these rest of these family members, you know, loved ones, because when the time comes, who are you going to choose? Now, you know, it's like this, you know. A brother put a picture of two wolves, you know, and one wolf is bad and the other wolf is good, you know, which is a spiritual battle, basically what it's talking about. And it depends on which one you feed is the one that's going to win. Exactly. Now, if you sow in the flesh, that's what you're going to reap.
Yeah.
You're going to reap destruction, because when you're not spiritual, you're not going to see the things that the Lord's going to put forth in front of you to keep you from being destroyed, man. Not only just physically being destroyed, but mentally. You know, not being able to endure, you know, the hell we're about to catch, because the fire that we're being put through is to purify us. Because when the fire is going to be turned up, when that time of Jacob's trouble comes around the corner, you know, are you prepared?
Gone. And basically what the brother was saying about which wolf do you feed, that's basically spiritually also concerning fasting, man. If you fasting, what you do is you are weakening your flesh. So when you have your spirit and you have your flesh, and you weaken the flesh, your spirit is automatically stronger, even though you're not doing anything with your spirit, man.
God.
And during that fast, when you make your flesh weaker, you make your spirit stronger, because you go into the scriptures and the spirit is heavy upon you.
God, that's true.
So when you weaken your body, your flesh, then basically your spirit is stronger automatically. And that's why we need to fast to get these demons off of us, because these demons feed off of the flesh, man.
God.
You know, so can you read on? We're almost there.
Yeah, come. Verse 2. Hide not thy face from me in the day when I am in trouble. Incline thine ear unto me in the day when I call, answer me speedily.
Read on.
For my days are consumed like smoke.
Yeah, our days, our life is nothing, man. Our life is nothing. You know, what does the scripture say? One day with the Heavenly Father is as 1,000 years for us. So our lives is nothing, but soon our lives is gonna change again, and we're gonna live, you know, eternally, man. Eternal life. You know, and have pleasure of our life again, man.
That's right.
Read on.
Okay. And my bones are burned as in hearth, My heart is smitten and withered like grass, so that I forgot to eat my bread. By reason of the voice of my groaning, my bones cleave to my skin.
Yeah, man, this wicked kingdom gets on you, man. You know, it makes you feel miserable sometimes, man. But through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, you gotta get over that, man, and stay spiritual.
Because you know, Satan is trying to get us out of the spirit to be what? Carnal.
Yeah.
That's the only way. Hey, yeah. That's the only way that Satan can get us, is to be what? Carnal, man.
Carnal.
You know? I am, verse 6, I am like a pelican of the wilderness. I am like an owl of the desert.
Gone. So we are like a pelican of the wilderness, man. A pelican of the wilderness, he's gonna be alone, man. Because pelicans, you know, pelicans supposed to be by the seashore, man. You know, getting all the fish and stuff. But a pelican in the wilderness, he's gonna be on his own, man. That's how we are in this truth, man. You gotta separate yourself from the wicked, and of course you got your brothers around you, which you have to look at them as your new family. But most of the time you are on your own, man. In your mind, mentally, you're standing on your own, man.
Yeah,
you know, you don't have, you cannot expect to have people around you 24/7 that understand what your thoughts are, man. That understand what you are going through. You know.
Can I say something? Yahushua said, endure as a good soldier. And the word soldier goes into solitary. So a lot of times...
No, the correct characteristics of a soldier is to be solitary, is to be alone.
Okay. So, you know, having a solitary life, you know, this path that we've taken is also to get us ready, because, you know, this path is only meant for one person at a time. So we can't go into the kingdom holding hands together side by side. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way. You know, as I believe Matthew's was it 7 and 13? I think it was verse 14. You know, the straight gate. You know, to endure hardness. And you know, the precept to that, I believe, was 2nd Ezra. Was it chapter 7?
7, yeah, 7.
You know how?
7,
you know, the river is a narrow river. But it's also talking about a path, I think, that leads into a kingdom. You know, it's only for one person at a time. You know, and there's fire on the right hand and water on the left, so we can only go at one time. So you know, the path that we're taking is a lonely path, man. You know. Verse 7. It's like it. Yeah, verse 7. I watch. And I am as a sparrow alone upon the housetop.
Exactly, and that's beautiful, man. I'm like a sparrow alone on the housetop, man. Sometimes you just see a bird sitting on the corner of a house, man, and you be like,
I gotta bring the chicken inside.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And you be like, man, this bird is just chilling by his own, man. You know, when you see a bird just chilling on his own, man, you see him, and you be like, man, he's being comfortable being on his own, man. And that's how we got to be in this truth, man. Also, man, you got to comfortable to be solitary, like the brother said, to be like a soldier, to be solitary, to lean upon, you know, to basically lean upon Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It's you and Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Like the Jamaicans say, I and I, man. Me I chill with I and I. You know, be able to be alone, man. Because if you don't have the ability to be alone, to be on yourself, and to meditate upon thoughts and go through things yourself, and basically then you are an emotional wreck, man. And we had a dude like that in the camp, man. He constantly needed the attention of females to get rid of his emotions, man. He couldn't be alone, man. And if you can't be alone, man, then you don't have the characteristics of a soldier, man. So like it says, I am like a pelican of the wilderness, verse 6. Psalms 102, verse 6. I am like a pelican of the wilderness. I am like an owl of the desert. I watch and am as a sparrow alone upon the housetop. You see? So we are in this truth. and you have your brothers around you, but most of the time, man, you alone, man, you by yourself, because the people that you had around you before you came in this truth, they don't understand you, man. They don't understand what we have to go through. They don't understand, what is the way, or what is the road that we walk on, man. Carrying the cross, carrying the cross of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, going through all these afflictions for the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. And like we spoke about, man, your wife probably doesn't understand too, man, most of the time. Because as soon as you fuck up in their eyes, they quick to disrespect you, man. They quick to disrespect you. They don't care about that, So when they disrespect you, that's when you see, like, oh, wait a minute. So because I do something wrong now, this is how you act. So that shows me you're not spiritual, man. That shows me you're not compassionate. So if I, certain females even go beyond that. If you do something, or if you get to a lower situation, so let's say you lose your job, then they quick to ditch you, to leave you alone too, man. They quick to basically cut you off too, man. So you cannot lean upon these females, man. You cannot lean upon your family. You cannot lean upon old friends that you had back in the day, man. Lean upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and be amongst the brotherhood, man. And if you need someone to talk with the brothers, man. Socialize with the brother, because a brother might have went through it before you went through it, man. Having built experience in the thing that you were dealing with, man. So you always got to meditate upon that and stay strong in this truth. So with that, call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Rakah Kodash Shalom to the elect.